Blanco Silgranit sinks, placing the emphasis on form, color, and function in the kitchen. Silgranit from Blanco is an ideal, particularly high-quality composite material for modern ergonomic sink centers that's unequaled in the market. 80% of the material is made up of the hardest components of granite. It's therefore rock-hard and exceptionally scratch-resistant. The sink is furnished with a non-porous sealed surface from high-quality acrylic. This makes it especially easy to care for. Silgranit is heat-resistant up to 280 degrees Celsius, stain-resistant and non-fading. In addition, it's resistant to acids, hygienic, food-safe and totally scratch-resistant. Compared with similar composites based on granite, Silgranit from Blanco provides unsurpassed quality of craftsmanship and color consistency. And Blanco is the only manufacturer able to offer sink modules in Silgranit too. We'd like to explain why, when you select Blanco Silgranit, you're relying on the best material available on the market by taking you on a tour of our production plant at Sinsheim. By the way, Sinsheim is the first sink production plant in the world to have a certified environmental management system. One of the keys to the success of Silgranit lies in the raw materials we choose, which have to undergo strict quality controls in our own laboratories as soon as they reach our goods receipt. Only when they've passed quality control do the goods move on to materials preparation. We are unique in the world of sink manufacturers in that we produce our own acrylic in a laborious and complex process. This is the only way we can rigorously control specific material properties. We are not at the mercy of variations in quality from suppliers, and we're thus able to guarantee you consistent quality of the highest order in the finished product. This is where the raw material for our sinks, in a variety of attractive colors, from pure white to exclusive metallic shades, is created using state-of-the-art techniques. All the raw materials are dosed in a computer-controlled process according to Blanco's own recipes. This is how we guarantee the incomparable consistency of color and properties in all Silgranit sinks. The granite mixture is poured into the pressure vessels, homogenized, and then moves on to molding, where the blanks for our Silgranit sinks are created. Each casting station works with a casting mold consisting of a top and bottom section. The casting mold is filled to the top with the raw material from the pressure vessel. The mold is then turned to the horizontal axis. The top of the sink is now at the bottom. This process is a decisive factor in the degree of hardness of the sink surface, because the heavy and especially hard granite components are deposited more thickly on the bottom half of the mold, that is, on the upper surface of the sink. This process is aided by the mold sections being subject to independent temperature control. As a result, it's predominantly the extremely hard granite that's noticeable on the surface of the sink, making Silgranit from Blanco especially scratch-resistant and extremely tough. By the way, Silgranit sinks are not coated. They're fully dyed because we integrate the dye raw materials and pigments in the casting mix. After the mix has set, the halves of the casting mold are separated and the sink blanks loosened from the mold with compressed air. They're then given an individual barcode. There are rigorous quality controls right from the time of casting. Before the sink blanks can be processed, they must cool down under controlled conditions. This process has considerable influence on the evenness of the finished product's rim. Blanco has developed special devices in order to achieve the greatest dimensional accuracy, thus creating the prerequisites for sinks designed for flush installation. Naturally, every stage of the production process is monitored by our research and development team. Our in-house development team makes spot checks, perfects materials and procedures, and tests the products under the toughest of conditions. With 1,000 hot and cold cycles, for example, boiling and cold water is alternately poured into the bowl at 5-minute intervals. A sink is considered to have passed this test only when there has not been discernible effect on the material and color after 1,000 cycles. Or the ball drop test. The sink bowl must withstand a steel ball that falls from a predefined height. The energy produced corresponds approximately to that of a full saucepan, which could possibly slip from your hands. During the final process, the sink is given its perfect finish. Here, almost all Blanco Silgranit sinks are provided with drill holes for mixer taps and eccentric remote control as standard. This reduces the effort required when installing the sink, since the holes don't have to be made first. Silgranit's extreme hardness makes it necessary to use diamond-studded tools to create the accurately sized support rim and various drill holes for optional positioning. In addition to the selected raw materials, Silgranit's recipe for success lies in perfect mastery of the production processes, the result of over 20 years composites know-how from Blanco. By the way, for reasons of quality, all European Silgranit models are produced by Blanco in Germany. After a final clean and another overall inspection, the products are packaged for shipping and finally passed to Blanco's distribution center in Bruchsal. Employees in the state-of-the-art logistics center equip the sinks with accessories as ordered by the customer. They ensure that the sinks are suitably packaged for shipment and dispatch Silgranit sinks to retail dealers. Silgranit sinks from Blanco for stylish accents on form and color.